Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of This Week in Board Games, where I give a quick summary of all the games I played this week, go over any exciting board game news, and if I got any packages in the mail, I open them up. First game I played this week is Deception Murder in Hong Kong. Now, I don't have it with me because my son took it to a board game night at one of his friends' house tonight. It is a social game with secret identities, and there is a murder that happened in Hong Kong. The group collectively is trying to solve the murder case and figure out how the murder happened, and there was some evidence left behind at the scene as well. So everyone gets some cards in front of them, 4 cards that represent a potential murder weapon as well as evidence left behind at the scene. There's a murder and an accomplice, and then a lead investigator who knows who did the murder, but they can't talk, and they're trying to give hints to everyone else as to how the murder happened. So there's a bunch of different roles, and you're trying to work together to solve this murder case. It's a lot of fun.
And cassette tape, or I'm also sus about this wire and those curtains.
What about your
Wire?
Wire?
Wait, that says wire?
Yeah, wire.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, wire and curtains, actually.
Oh.
Next is another game that my son took over to his friend's house. For the second week in a row, we played Good Cop, Bad Cop. This is another social game with secret identities and is full of a lot of bluffing. It's about a corrupt police district. You've got the team split into 2. You've got the honest cops and the corrupt cops, and they each have a leader, and you're trying to take out the other team's leader. So you can shoot as an action, or you can repoint.
Repoint it at Ben. He's Kingpin.
Can I look at Ben's card?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why aren't you firing?
Wait, which one did you say is Kingpin?
That one. You're going to totally lie about it because you're crooked.
If she was crooked, she would have shot him.
He's not Kingpin.
What is it then?
Why didn't you shoot him?
What?
What was
Shoot
it then?
him!
Why didn't you shoot him?
Is it honest or
Yeah,
crooked?
he's the agent.
Next, we played Secret Hitler. This game, 4 weeks in a row, has hit the table a lot of times. First, it hit the table at my daughter's birthday party with a bunch of 13-year-old girls. They wanted to play Secret Hitler, so I helped teach them how to play. A liberal policy time. All right.
Oh, something else I'm going to say. Usually, if you're a fascist in the first round, you don't want to put out a fascist because then it's obvious unless you got 3 or something.
Second, I had a work board game night at my work. After hours, we stayed, got some pizza, played some board games, and I taught them Secret Hitler as well. Introduced several new people to it who really have not played some of the modern day board games, and it's exciting when you can see them catch the board game bug. After 3 or 4 games, one of the guys looked at me and said, "You know, this is really fun. It's not just rolling a bunch of dice and a bunch of luck." It's really cool to see people get bitten by the board game bug. And third, the drumline, of course, came over here several nights and played lots of Secret Hitler.
Jumped on her bandwagon and she tried framing you because she thinks everyone trusts her.
Dude, I think.
Aiden,
You passed me
Jesus,
2.
look.
I handed him one of each.
Fascist
I
guys.
handed him one of
No,
each.
no,
I did
don't
2
trust her.
fascists and a liberal.
Who's your next president?
Oh, right. Okay.
Give it to your fellow.
Next, at our work board game night, we also played Terraforming Mars. After most of the folks left, there were 3 of us remaining, and we played Terraforming Mars for several hours. This is a 90 to 120 minute game, but when playing with new players, it can go longer. It actually took us 3 hours. But if I'm playing it with Allison and Travis or anyone else who knows how to play, we can easily do a game in an hour and a half to 2 hours. This game is one of my favorite games. Each player represents a corporation, and you're racing to settle Mars and make it inhabitable. Thus the name Terraforming Mars. The cool thing about this game is that there are 3 global conditions which make Mars inhabitable. You're trying to raise temperature, increase the oxygen, and place water tiles on Mars. And in the process, you're also building cities. Terraforming Mars just won the Dice Tower Best Strategy Game of the Year for 2016. It was also nominated for the Kennerspiel des Jahres, which is the Connoisseur Board Game of the Year, but it lost out to the Exit series. It is an awesome game. I personally think it should have won, but that's not up to me. For the second week in a row, King Domino has hit our table. This is a really fun tile-laying game that's essentially dominoes with a modern board game twist to it. So it's not just straight up dominoes. There's an element of drafting the tiles, so if you choose a really good tile, you're probably going to go last next turn.
Staring at a demigod,
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome.
I saw a giant copy of this at the Wizard's Chest in downtown Denver, my favorite board game store here. And the pieces were huge. I heard that they're going to potentially sell either a collector's edition or a large one. If so, that would be really cool. King Domino. Finally, for the first time ever, I played Descent Journey into the Dark, 2nd edition. This is published by Fantasy Flight Games. It is a board game of dungeon delving adventure for 2 to 5 players. We played 4 players. I played with my buddy Eric and our sons. And one person is the overlord who controls the monsters on the board. And the other 3 are heroes that are running around fighting the monsters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, great. I think it's kind of similar to a game of Zelda where you're running through the dungeon fighting monsters, but in a board game form. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of rules, but once we played a few more times, I think it's not really that complicated, and I look forward to trying it again with our group that we've started. In board game news, I don't have a lot this week other than Gen Con is this weekend. There are 2 things I'm looking forward to most that's going to be released at Gen Con. One is the Terraforming Mars map expansion, Hellas and Elysium, and 2 is the Splendor expansion, which I've talked about for several weeks now. I'm really excited for that one. I'm not going to Gen Con this year, but I do have some special weekend plans that involve a lot of gaming this weekend in place of Gen Con since I'm not going. Tune in next week to see what I did for my own Gen Con. I got 3 packages in the mail this week. Let's see what's in the first one here. Ah, that's right. The game of Jaipur. Did I say that right? This is a 2-player only game and is supposed to be really good. I've been looking for some good 2-player games lately. Yeah, so Jaipur. I'm excited to play Jaipur. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do this box. And it is another box. Huh, maybe there's another box inside here. It's like a Russian matryoshka. I was joking, but it actually is another box. Oh no, and some cards are falling out of it. Alright, I bought some more card sleeves because I was running out of the clear card sleeves. These are the Ultra Pro matte finish card sleeves, just for the standard size playing cards. A lot of the games require these. Well, they don't require them, but I like to put them on the cards to protect them. And we're starting to run out. So I got a pack of 600, 12 packs of 50. And it almost looks like something that would go in a retail store. Yep. Check that out. The final package contains a plastic container. All right, hold on. Be right back. A while back, I bought the game Machi Koro Deluxe Edition. So I dug through this and found the card that is misprinted. On one side, it says amusement park, and on the other side, it says airport. And it's supposed to say the same thing on both sides. I emailed the publisher earlier this week, and I'm not kidding you, 4 days later, this package showed up in the mail. And inside of it is one card, which has the amusement park on both sides. Very cool. Thank you, IDW, for sending this so quickly. That is awesome. That's it for this week in board games. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more board game videos. I will see you next time. Thanks. Yep, I was actually in my pajama bottoms for that video, but you couldn't see. Well, I guess you kind of can now. I got my knee brace off, so that's exciting. But I can't go snowboarding yet.
Well, there's no snow.
Well, that too. But my knee's not ready. But hopefully it'll be ready in time.
Bye.
Peace.